Okay, welcome back, guys, and welcome to Weep Hut Table Talk.
I still don't associate with that name. Can we start again?
No. That's sticking, and unless otherwise. But I am Skyking. I'm here with
General Agemo from Midnight Center.
and this guy.
Say my name.
No.
All right, it's Poison Pride.
All right, and today we are talking about the Crunchyroll Anime Awards show
2020.
And let's start it off as to why do they have it at 2020 when it's
2019.
yeah. Because this is for 2019, not for the 2020.
Well, that's
anime.
every award show, though.
No, it's not.
I mean, all the award shows from like the movies and music, it all happens this year, but it's for last year. Because it's for that year.
What about the Game Awards? It happens last year.
That's one award show out of all of them.
But what if I don't associate with other award shows?
Then that's your own fault. You don't understand how they work that.
But it's just Skyking Studio.
If the award show was in the middle of the year, they would take the block from the middle of that year to the previous year, the middle of the previous year. What's wrong with you?
I guess. I don't know.
This is why we should restart. You're inept. You're a horrible leader.
No, I'm the opposite of that. All right, let's start it off.
Good comeback.
All right. First category we're gonna tackle is best performance for Japanese voice
You gotta
actor.
speak into the mic, brother. You're speaking to
You're
the
speaking away.
screen.
All right. Best performance for Japanese voice actor.
And the nominees are.
We've got Yuichi Nakamura for Bruno Buttarachi.
Oh yeah.
We got Yukino Sasuke for Ai Magase. We got Yuko Kada for Isabella. And we got Mamoru Miyano for Reo. We got Yusuke Kobayashi for Senku. And Sayori Hayami for Shinobu Kocho.
You didn't say what anime say.
There goes the conversation.
Fine.
Take 3.
Take 3.
I'm just gonna say
And
that
speak into the mic.
I am looking at the list as I do this. Thank you.
What anime?
Okay. The first guy I said was from JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Golden Wind. The
Alright.
second nominee was from Babylon. The third nominee was The Promised Neverland. Fourth nominee was Sarazanma. Fifth nominee was... fourth? No, fifth. Fifth nominee is Dr. Stone. And sixth nominee is Demon Slayer Kimetsu no Yaiba.
I never actually heard anyone say the extra.
The
Demon
Kimetsu?
Slayer.
Oh, wait, the Demon Slayer part?
Yeah, I
course
just hear
not.
them say Demon Slayer.
Well, I mean, because everybody either says Demon Slayer or they do the Kimetsu part.
Is the Kimetsu the arc?
The what?
Is the extra, the Kimetsu, the arc that it's currently in?
We're not speaking about the anime. It's the award. Man.
I'm just curious.
Focus.
Alright.
Here's the thing. For all I know, that could just be Demon Slayer in Japanese, and it's a self-redundant title.
True, right? So who won?
The winner for this category was Bruno's voice actor.
Hey, that was really good because I watched the sub in for Golden Wind, and his part when he you hear his Muda during the train.
Oh, he does a Muda?
Yeah, but he does it in a Italian.
Italian Muda. Also, the Italian word for useless then?
I guess.
Is that what you're saying?
No.
Okay.
But the Muda, the Oda and the Muda, it's like the iconic thing of JoJo after part 3,
I don't know shit about JoJo, and I'm gonna keep it that way. It's so overhyped.
Whoa, no, sir. See
Over
your
it.
way out.
I'm over it. This is my house.
No, this is my house. No, but in general, his Muda or Oda, whatever you want to call it,
Okay.
it was pretty dope.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And you feel like he nailed that on there.
Yeah.
I just want to say randomly, though, I also feel like that Rachel has been nailing Bruno as well.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Out of all the performances currently for Part 5 dub,
Speak!
now talk! But yeah, I'd argue that he's probably the best performance in there right now.
Yeah.
Next to Sean Chiplock for, why am I forgetting his name?
Bruno.
No, the one
Wait,
with
we
the
just
pistol.
said Bruno. For Mista.
Mista, there we go. But yeah, overall, that makes sense for him winning on Best Japanese Performance.
On to the next. I'm okay with this one.
Now this is for the English ones.
Oh, this right here Midnight has some more to speak on this one.
All right, so we have Faye Mara as Aqua for Konosuba. We got
this god.
We got Billy Kometz as Naofumi for Rising of the Shield Hero. We got Laura Bailey for Toru Honda in Fruits Basket. We got Kyle McCarley as Shigeo Mob Kageyama for Mob Psycho 100 Season 2. We got Casey Mongilo, I think that's how you pronounce their last name. Or their last name, my bad. As Shinji Ikari for Neon Genesis Evangelion. And we have Erica Mendez as Retsuko in Agretsuko.
So who I wanted to win was Mob. Who won?
The winner for this category was Billy Kometz for Naofumi.
What? I mean, it's pretty good, but...
I mean,
What's good?
Mob's emotional state? That's crazy.
I think because, I think that there was a lot of the fact of how when Shield Hero came out, there was a lot of stuff going on and people were like really delving into Shield Hero at that point.
Yeah, they were into a freaking lowly squirrel girl or raccoon girl, was it?
I think she's a Tanuki.
A Tanuki?
Or she probably is just straight up a squirrel.
She's
a raccoon.
She's a raccoon, right?
Yeah. But I mean, a Tanuki is a raccoon, but it's a raccoon dog.
Japanese raccoon.
Probably, yeah.
Sounds kind of racist.
No.
I think.
And I like your no, I'm pretty sure it's not.
I'm just running a video I gotta show, but it just makes me think, just don't worry about it.
Yeah,
But,
I mean,
I liked this performance when I watched it.
alright.
Yeah, it was a pretty solid one, and as a guy who basically is new to the scene, he's been doing really well. I mean, granted, some people may think he's been overused a little too much now, because he did end up getting a lot of main roles for a while. I think this is one of his pretty solid ones he's done.
What do you think? What do you think about Shinji though? Since he is a recast,
yeah, that's a very interesting one
and
to see.
it is an old anime.
Yes, I feel like understanding how people reacted. That dub is a very hard one to talk about in terms of quality, because for a lot of people they grew up on the original one.
Yeah.
And when it was announced that this was being brought back finally for the first time in the States, it was like, cool, we're finally getting our old stuff back too. But when it was announced for that new dub, even excluding nostalgia for the old one, there's also the fact for a lot of people, the dub of it was very awkward because of how much the translations of it felt very off for parts.
Kind of like this. It's kind of like when Dragon Ball Z came back out of nowhere, like it did for Super, and it gave Goku a new voice actor.
Right.
Yeah, a lot of people will find it really weird.
Because one of the things I was thinking was that this whole ordeal reminded me of you guys are aware of the Silent Hill games, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So there was the HD collection that happened for it somewhere within the early 2010s.
Yeah, I recall.
Yeah, and one of the things that happened was that they got new, English audio for it. Well, I mean, it's already in English to begin with, but it was just there was a whole new cast brought in. And there was a big thing that for a lot of people that the new stuff did not sound as well as the original, because for some people with the original cast where they weren't necessarily voice actors or even actors in general from what I understand, because they didn't really do a lot of work afterwards, it gave a more authentic feel for them being regular people in the scenarios that they were. And so when it came to the new stuff with these professionals, it felt a little too studio actor cast stuff than being authentic people. And so I'm reminded of that a bit when it came to this whole scenario, because it's somebody coming in after the original that already came from a time where dubbing was still figuring out what to do, and when the script felt very much a little too awkward, that a lot of people for this dub have a very disinterest in it because it just doesn't sound as good as the original was. Okay. And again, I don't know if that comes from some people who feel nostalgic about it, or if you actually break it down, because some people have broken it down about it doesn't work for some parts like what the other did. So that's a very interesting thing to see that casted. And there's also the fact, as I said, that Spike Spencer's been keep everyone's Shinji for such a long time that I imagine trying to put the new voice in was probably a bit difficult.
Okay. Did you see that? The new dub?
No, I want to check out the original first before I tackle that one.
Alright, got it.
So I'm going to go through Depression twice.
Yeah.
I think the other interesting nomination for me was Laura Bailey, because she has not done anime in like a good couple of years.
Comeback stage.
As your resident non-weeb here.
Yeah, as our resident closet weeb here.
Say what you want to say. But I couldn't give two shits about the voice actor or anything as long as the performance is good, even if they change. Like,
in a way, the actor doesn't matter. It's
yeah, because you could have a way better performance and people will still bitch about it not being the same actor. Like, okay, I love the Uncharted games, but if they had replaced the voice actor in the last game, even if he gave it an amazing performance, even better than
Nolan North for Drake,
yeah. Which honestly I doubt because it's Nolan North. But if they had given a better performance, they still would have bitched about it. And honestly, I probably would have too, because I like Nolan North's voice for him. And I think it's just a very invalid reason not to like something, you know?
Yeah, I think it's a bit of again, like that's why it's like for nostalgic reasons, I think that's a little unfair to do. But once you go into trying to actually break it down, again, there were some people that actually going like, you know, yeah, it's some parts are pretty good, but they just don't work in some ways that what the original did.
All right.
I feel like it's kind of like what happened with when David Hayter was replaced for Metal Gear Solid 5.
It's awesome.
What about, remember, #Dinklebot from Destiny?
Oh, jeez.
Yep, I needed to add that.
I think we should move to the next.
On to the next one.
The next one we got is Best Ending Sequence.
Oh, okay.
You need to hear the nominees, because I did not.
Well, this is what we got. We got Hold Me Now from Carolyn Tuesday.
Kinky.
Shikato Chika Chika and Kaguya-sama Love is War. We
I
got
don't know what that means.
What?
It's kinky.
We got Torches in Vinland Saga.
Talk about kinky.
That was cool.
We got Stand By Me and Sarazanma.
Oh.
We got Veil and Fire Force. And we got Sayonara Goko from Dororo.
Alright. I'm gonna say it now. All you weebs that voted for Chica, shaking my head, seriously. That was a 1 episode ending.
Wasn't it just the first episode?
No, well, not the first one, but it was like midway.
Who was the winner?
The winner was the Chikado Chica for Kaguya-sama.
Yeah.
That was 1 ending.
Of all of those, that's the only one I recall being that was like mainstream.
Yeah.
Yeah, it took off and everybody was
everybody wanted their
TikTok.
Everybody wanted their own Chica waifu. So it blew up. It got to TikTok. It got to Instagram. Everybody's our cosplayers are reenacting the dance and everything.
It's easy.
And it blew up and it won, even though it does not deserve it. It was good.
Don't hit the player, hit the game.
Hit the game. All you weebs.
I was talking to you.
Me included.
You're the one
included.
bitching.
I do like to dance, but for it to win, no.
Well, with all that in mind, what was the one you wanted to win?
Fire Force.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
Sounds like a lot of bias.
Hey, Fire Force is lit.
Why didn't you just say it's fire?
Oh, that works too. Damn, I feel like I missed out on a really good pun right there.
Yeah, you always do.
Oh man.
What about you guys?
I mean,
Chica.
I would probably also win
Come
Fire
on.
Force, but there's a part of me that wants to, because I feel like if I had maybe listened to the Vinland Saga one before, maybe I could have voted for that one. But as it goes, up to this point, I'm still only aware of the Fire Force one.
The Vinland Saga one is pretty dope too.
It's Aimer, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, that's why it's like I think I might have voted for that because it was like I only found out after the fact, after the voting, was like, oh, it's Aimer. Maybe I should give it a listen. I still haven't, by the way, but so up to this point, like Veil was the only one I'm really aware of.
I don't really care about openings or endings.
What do you mean?
That
makes it or breaks it for the
I
anime.
listen to it once, and that is it. If I like it, awesome. I'm still only gonna listen to it once.
Statement from your closet weeb.
Yeah, that's a closet weeb saying there.
Yep. On to the next one.
This is where we enter the openings. So we got Kiss Me from Carolyn Tuesday, Touch Off from The Promised Neverland, 99.9 in Mob Psycho 100 Season 2. Kawaki Koa Ameku from Domestic Girlfriend, Inferno from Fire Force, and Mukanjo in Vinland Saga.
That one's dope too.
Right.
Who won?
Winner was Mob Psycho 100.
Well deserved. That's all I gotta say. That opening is fire.
I put my vote to Vinland, but I'm also pretty good with Mob Psycho winning.
Yeah, they were both pretty good, but I can see why Mob would win.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of these nominations were pretty good. Although, I don't know, I haven't listened to the Domestic Girlfriend one, so I don't know how that stands in comparison to the other 5.
I vote for that one. I haven't seen it, but I vote for that one.
Well, he's voting for the underdog.
Yep.
I actually do wonder, like, what the numbers for some of these votes were.
Yeah, I'm curious too, but they don't have them out, right?
Yeah, they haven't released any of them from the previous years.
People say they care, and no one's actually gonna look at it.
On to the next one.
We got Best Fantasy, and the nominations were Demon Slayer, Sarazanma, Ascendance of a Bookworm, Attack on Titan Season 3, The Promised Neverland, and Astra Lost in Space. Now that I look at the way they keep spelling Promised Neverland, I feel like I have to say that really loud. Because it's all caps.
Yep, you gotta scream it to the mic.
How about you just speak into the mic?
Okay, fine. What won?
Winner was The Promised Neverland.
I guess. I mean, in a fantasy kind of way, it is. It's kind of like a... What is it? Animal cat...
What?
Human farm kind of thing, right? That's what the anime revolves around.
Right.
That is... I mean, that's a scary-ass fantasy. I don't know who dreams about that.
I mean, it's kind of like...
Demon Slayer.
I feel like Demon Slayer would have won, and they just try to disperse the winners across different animes.
Unless people actually did go like, Demon Slayer isn't really fantasy.
This is voted by...
I mean, it depends on your definition of fantasy, because I feel like fantasy for Japanese and fantasy for, like, Western are, like, feel like two very different things.
So you see fantasy for me is
Harry
not
Potter,
real.
like,
Harry Potter, like, medieval
yeah,
dragons.
I will go with the actual definition and not being real.
Well, we get that.
So that would mean anything that is not possible, like Demon Slayer having monsters,
or like anime. I'm just saying.
There you go. Bro, everything is fantasy now.
Ooh.
Even yourself,
except for Dragon Ball Z. That totally happened.
For Dragon Ball Z.
Yep.
No, just Z, not
Look,
even the OG.
I'm non-weebish. I don't know anything besides Dragon Ball Z.
Oh damn.
Dang. That's why we have him as a guest to watch his reactions.
Yep. He's the outside. The outsider.
Because I would never be a lead.
The voice of the people. The voice.
I still don't stand with the name of the podcast.
Not ourselves. Alright, who won?
I just said Promised Neverland.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Way to pay
Who
attention.
did you want to win?
It's weird because I'm not familiar with a fair amount of these because I still haven't gotten around to some of them. I did watch Promise for the first, I think 6 episodes.
Yeah.
And then I accidentally put it down and then I didn't go back. But, because it's the only one I'm really familiar with, I probably would have just went with Promised.
I'm gonna tell you straight up, Demon Slayer should have won.
Yep.
Even though vampires is not that crazy.
No, not crazy at all. It definitely happens all the time in the real world.
Transylvania is a perfect example. It's there.
Yeah, because you see all these vampires roaming around.
Yeah, exactly. They're among us. We just don't realize.
They had one guy in history who drank blood, and all of a sudden they're the capital of vampires.
Exactly. Castlevania.
Hey, season 3, March 5th.
Yeah! I mean, moving on.
Next one is Best Drama, which was Stars Align, Carol and Tuesday,
Poison Pride. Very dramatic. Keep going.
Okay.
Can we just cut out that very lame joke?
I thought it was funny, but okay.
That's why it was lame.
Fine.
I think I was at Promised Neverland, Fruits Basket, Vinland Saga, and Babylon.
I haven't really seen Babylon.
I didn't even realize there was a show called Babylon.
Any of those shows. I'm not a weeb. I gotta say it multiple times so you guys know it's true. I haven't seen any of them, and the only one I feel like I might have seen because it was on Netflix, and I probably saw an episode or two, is Fruits Basket. And I don't know what the premise is, but I'm gonna go with that one. That one should have won.
Fruit Basket?
Yeah, isn't it something about like a fox or something? I don't know.
fox and a rat.
There you go.
Or a cat and a rat.
I mean, it's more elaborate, but you know.
Yeah, I get it.
Winner for it was Vinland Saga.
Well deserved.
I've heard good things.
Yeah.
Haven't seen it yet.
Very dramatic.
Yeah, I haven't gotten into it yet, but from what I'm understanding, yeah.
I'm not gonna watch it.
But overall, yeah, I feel like from what I've understood, especially watching Gigut's video, definitely seems like it definitely deserves the drama. Just a bunch of Vikings and killing.
Yeah. On to the next one.
Best comedy. We got Agretsuko. How heavy are the dumbbells you lift? Isekai Quartet. Kaguya-sama, Love is War. Sarazanma. And My Roommate is a Cat.
Okay, here's a little thing I want to say for comedy. I think it varies if you watch it in English dub or in Japanese subs. Because the way some jokes are translated and interpreted is what makes it or breaks it if it's really comedic.
Fair assessment.
Because for us, you know, Americans who you know who speak English, we are gonna understand some
jokes
better than, I guess, jokes that originate in Japan. You know. So I think I just wanted to add that, but I think who would win would be. I wanted to go to Agretsuko, to be honest. But
yeah, I think that's by popular. That should have won.
Like,
I've heard about Isekai Quartet being good. The other ones I have, look, as again, resident non-weeb here.
Yeah, the closet weeb.
Whatever. Those are the only two I've heard of.
Agretsuko and Isekai?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, I think I may have heard of the How Heavy, yeah.
Okay.
I think I've heard of that.
Love is War was really funny. But, I mean, Agretsuko is just ridiculously funny. Like, it's next level, because if you work, you dealt with this before.
Right.
So, and obviously, yeah, Love is War is, you know, a lot of people have dealt with this too, but I want to lean more on the Agretsuko side. I think it's more funny that way.
Would you say one is more realistic than the other?
Of course it is.
Because all weebs don't actually know what love is.
Exactly. Ooh, hit it right on the nail.
Thank God I'm not a weeb, right?
Yeah, thank God you're a closet weeb.
Okay. Move on from that. Can we go to the next?
Well, we didn't say
category?
the one though.
Oh, didn't you?
No, I just named it off, and then he quickly interjected about the whole joke.
Yeah. All right. Who won?
Kaguya-sama. Love is War.
I guess.
I mean,
best ending sequence ever. Just putting it out there.
Oh my God.
Thank you for that opinion.
Thank you.
Hey, that's what I'm here for.
Now we're into best couple. Okay, I just want to say this first nominee completely threw me off because out of all the categories they could have submitted, this was the one category they went with for this show, and it's like you couldn't give a fight action nominee for this.
Oh, okay, I get what you mean.
Yeah, because it's like
There's more to Baki than this.
Yeah, but like Baki here with
Look,
Baki
man,
Hanma and Koze Matsumoto.
Shipping is a powerful thing. You shit on someone's ship and that's it.
But this isn't even about shipping. This is just about romances.
It's about shipping. Let's be honest here. If there's a ship couple there that has a lot of support, that's the one that's gonna win.
All the while, it's just people getting needlessly upset at a series just because it didn't do what they wanted and whatnot.
Who won?
It was.
Well, actually,
I was gonna say, should I go through the nominees first?
Go with the nominees.
Okay. Well, as I said, Baki was nominated here. You got Kaguya Shinomimura and Miyuki Shirogane from Kaguya-sama Love is War. You got Mafuyu Sato and Ritsuka Uenoyama from Given. Reo Mabu from Sarazanma. We got Rika Zanazaki and Shun Amagi from Old Maidens in Your Savage Season. And Nier and Historia from Attack on Titan Season 3.
Alright, we're gonna speak about couples. Baki should have won. What about Kaguya Love is War? They're not even a couple. Why are they there?
Because they're a pseudo couple. They just don't have an official. Right? That's one of the things I think about this. Is just like, should couples be more about people who are actually confirmed instead of just the two characters who keep appearing?
In the end, this is best ship by the fans.
Right?
not an actual couple.
And y'all were lying. It was not about that.
It reminds me a lot of the way that they changed the title from Best Male Character to Best Boy. So that changes the complete context of what they're voting on.
Exactly. Are you looking for a good male character or the most, I guess, popular fantasized boy character?
Right.
In the end.
So overall, for Best Couple, though, the one that won was Kageyama's Love is War.
The best not an actually couple one.
Right.
I guess.
I'm never gonna get over that Baki only had one nominee, which was in couple. When like romance is like almost far from what Baki's about.
Like 1%.
Right.
Of the whole show.
You guys sound mad.
Yeah.
Because I wanted more. Like, for example, we're in Best Fight Scene. Why did Hanayama not get a nominee against Specs?
Because you gotta slip in that Attack on Titan nomination.
Well, to read off the nominations, though, we got Emperor Crimson versus Metallic in JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, going to win.
Alright.
We got Levy versus Beast Titan in Attack on Titan Season 3. We got Mob versus Tochiro from Mob Psycho 102. We got Tanjiro and Nezuko versus Ryu in Demon Slayer. We got, oh crap, Thorfinn versus Thorkel in Vinland Saga. And then
Pretty
we
sure
got...
you said that wrong.
Probably.
It's Thorkel. I'll have you know.
Pretty sure you said that wrong.
That was the point. Jeez, you're so slow with comedy.
Are you gonna correct me because you've been watching Ragnarok?
I'm gonna do it worse than you did, so keep going.
Okay. And then we got Ushiwa Kamaru versus Tiamat in Fake Grand Order Absolute Demonic Front Babylon. Or Babylonia, there we go.
Can that title be any longer?
That title, though. And it's
Sounds
only gonna
like
get
a
longer.
Panic at the Disco title.
Someone did make that joke. It's like, why is it like the first album of Panic at the Disco?
Well, I take it back.
Ha, you're not original.
All I'm saying is that if anything ever hits that one title I saw that was basically a description, like, there's nothing else that's gonna beat it.
Yeah. Alright, who won?
We got, for Best Fight, the winner was Tanjiro and Nezuko versus Ryu in Demon Slayer.
Rigged.
I mean, it was a really good fight.
JoJo should have won.
But it's Mob Psycho.
So overhyped, man.
No, actually, you're right. Mob Psycho should have won. What am I saying? That fight was amazing.
That was the final guy, right?
Yeah.
Okay, because I'm forgetting. I didn't catch any of the other villain names.
Yeah. That fight was legit.
Again, I know 3 animes on there. I can't.
The Attack on Titan was versus the Beast Titan.
Levi versus Beast?
Yeah, that one's pretty dope too, but you just gotta give it to Mob, man. Those effects were legit.
I mean, from all of it, from effects to animation to even the story of it. Like, it just accumulated to that final moment.
I don't know. I think the Demon Slayer win is very deserving.
They're playing soccer.
Oh, man. Well, yeah, there's fight.
Rigged.
So here we have Best Antagonist.
Best baddie.
We got Magase in Babylon. We got Angela and Carol in Tuesday. Askeladd in Vinland Saga. Garo from One Punch Man Season 2. Isabella in The Promised Neverland. And Overhaul in My Hero Academia Season 4. Who got snubbed? No.
Overhaul should have won.
Yeah, he was a good villain. Garo from One Punch Man is the worst antagonist ever.
Was he even an antagonist?
He was a person that was in the show, and that's it.
Or I want to state that freaking One Punch Man existed last season.
Yeah, he had no bearing in the show at all.
Like
if Garo was a antagonist at all, it was for the other characters, and that is it. And you barely see Saitama fight at all.
The Centipede was even worse. Was a worse bad guy than Garo.
Wait, you mean a better antagonist?
You're right.
No, I'm just making sure because you guys are talking about.
Since they're bad, they're gonna want to use bad words. So worse is better.
I think you're confused now.
Yeah, you're right. Don't listen to me.
Overall, I'm getting is you're saying that the Centipede was a much interesting villain.
Yes.
Okay.
Well, yeah, Garo sucked.
Yeah, a lot of these.
Overhaul seemed like a very as the other big main anime in the category. It seemed very bland.
I mean, yeah, he was just basically.
He's good for
I wanna like make this world pure.
Yeah,
bro, he was torturing a little kid. You can't get any more darker than that.
But you
you could, but
I hope not.
I'm just saying to make it worse.
Yeah, overall seemed very generic. He seemed like a Thanos ripoff.
You think so?
Yeah, he had the same kind
what?
of intentions, Thanos. Getting rid of a lot of what makes the world, you know? Maybe that's not a good comparison.
Wait, like Thanos comics or Thanos movie?
Comics.
Okay.
I mean, movies sort of in a sense, but comics more.
Okay.
Wait,
I thought Thanos just started killing because of death.
Yeah, he has a reason cloaked with.
Thanos wanted to smash. That's why he did that.
Yeah.
That's how I remember Thanos. That's why I'm just making sure because I haven't really checked out
different
Thanos
iterations
comics.
have different reasons, but usually it is because of death. But there's always like he always provides a different reason. Like I think the movies would have been a better comparison, but maybe Thanos isn't the best at all anyway. But I'm just saying he wanted to have that.
He's basically Syndrome.
Yeah.
From Incredibles.
Yeah, he's very much.
Yeah. What was that famous word? The quote. If fuck. I'm blanking. Hold on. If I can't be a super something.
You could just bring it down to just if I can't be a hero, no one can be a hero.
There you go.
But that's not even what Overhaul's main intention is. It's just the very bland.
Yeah, I just know
my reason is pure, but it only to me.
Yeah.
No one
I just know he just wanted to purge.
Yeah, no one sees it in my eyes, and I don't know. It just seems like a very overused kind of villain background. It's fine though. It did what it was supposed to do.
I mean, I feel like
I do think his powers were really good. The fight that he had with Mirio, the fight that he had with Mirio and with
Mirio?
out to a lesser extent Deku. I think Mirio had the better fight in that.
But it was just painted pictures. I'm just never getting over that. They got to the fight with Mirio and then they just basically did slide images.
I mean, it's all part of the story. It was. I still enjoyed that fight better than I did the Deku overhaul one. But regardless, it's still. Honestly, you know, as a side note, I think that's like a bad omen for where My Hero is going. If the Deku fight with Overhaul was so quick, like his powers.
I think. Well, I mean, because the other thing I'm remembering too is that a lot of people say that, but they said that was only really for anime. They say the manga had better stuff for that.
But that's just because I truly believe that when people have that argument, it's because you're reading it, so it's slower no matter what, so you feel more of the action. I mean, and in the anime, it's gonna be hard to put that across, considering he's supposed to have All Might's abilities at some point, who is an overpowered hero in and of its own.
I mean, because the one thing I'm thinking about that though is that someone did a comparison about season 1 of One Punch Man actually was the first time that Saitama meets Supersonic. You see that in the anime, they had just these shots where he's standing there and you just see the things zipping around. But in the manga, they actually drew like panel to panel, like going completely around Saitama, in the sense of how like it's showing how Sonic is going around them.
But that's still lending to my argument of it's slower in the manga, so you get more out of every scene. Whereas in an anime, you're supposed to put a larger story across in way less time, in 30 or 20 some odd minutes.
Like so, if the studio is good, they're always gonna prolong the scene.
Yeah. Well, my main point is that if Deku is supposed to be an overpowered hero at some point, depending on where the story goes in the manga, but he fought at 100% because he had Eri, and that how quick the fight ended is gonna be hard for. That means the whole show is going to be him building up to 100 and then they can't do anything after that.
So what you're saying is he's going to eventually get a point where he finishes fights in one punch.
So and he becomes Saitama? What? Damn!
It really went there, huh?
I want to see that.
I made a bad joke.
Yeah, I went along with that joke.
Oh, man.
Alright, who won?
The best antagonist voted was Isabella from
The Promised Neverlands.
I mean,
I think, you know, it's an interesting thing because actually, now that it sort of brings up, one of the things that we think about this is the way that it's like when we think of like villain versus hero or protagonist versus antagonist. Sometimes if you're very used to like shonen, you just think fights.
Yeah.
But this one was more about the mind games that they were playing with each other, about how these kids were going to try to escape while she was doing her best to make sure that she kept them there for when the time came. And
yeah, I mean, she is pretty bad, dude.
Yeah. I mean, when you're, training up kids, but... So overall, I'm fine with that one.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah,
I have no argument because I haven't seen any.
I think for me it was just because like I was just being dumb when I was voting. I was just like, yeah, just put overall. I don't care. Because I was just like, I actually don't know who was gonna win this year, so let's just go with what I like.
Let's see the antithesis here.
The Protagonist. We got Emma from The Promised Neverland. We got Hyakikamaru from Totoro. We got Saitama from One Punch Man Season 2. Senku from Dr. Stone. Tanjiro Kamado from Demon Slayer. And Toru Honda from Fruit Baskets.
Fruit Basket's just being there because, again, when you think best protagonist, sometimes you think like an action-based anime. Honda being there is just funny for Fruit Basket. I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, it's interesting to sort of consider again. Like, I mean, Senku is not really from an action series for the most part, but everyone else, or actually, like 3 of these are not action, which is Emma, Senku, and Toru. But the other 3 are action series. But it does become one of those things where it's like it would be interesting to see if they added more nominees that were not from action series.
True. Who won?
Senku won from Dr. Stone.
Dr. Stone.
Good win, good win.
Yeah, I'm actually pretty happy with that one.
I'll give it to him.
Yeah.
I've heard good things. I do think Tanjiro won. It was a very good show. Demon Slayer show won everything.
It should have been the year of the Demon Slayer,
right?
That sounds like a good movie name.
Oh,
The Year of Demon Slayer.
Oh,
Yeah.
Of the Demon Slayer.
Oh, I still get reminded when I say that.
The year of
My Hero, I was gonna say the year of My Hero, even though My Hero didn't get Anime of the Year though.
Oh yeah, right.
That makes me laugh. It got everything but the Anime of the Year. That will always be a fun thing, right?
There was one sane guy in Crunchyroll. So
Why was Saitama even in that?
Why was Saitama even a thing?
You know what's funny? I was watching the live stream for this, and they were talking about the nominees, and then afterwards, one of the guys just went, "I totally forgot Saitama was nominated."
I totally forgot Saitama came out last year.
Best character design.
Holy crap, this is making quite a...
Maybe you should just say like one name.
I would just say the
anime.
series, if anything.
Sure, but well,
Oh,
put the
because
character.
they're
Yeah, put
basing
the
character to the designer to the show.
Yeah.
that's how-
just
that's
go
how it's-
just go character and
Just go with the character.
Yeah, okay, yeah. I'll just left off characters.
Should say the anime as well.
Yeah. Okay, so we got Tsunenori Saito from Carol and Tuesday. We got Satoshi Iwataki from Dororo. We got Yuko Iwasa. Actually, no, that's just I think the designer altogether for Dr. Stone. We got Yuko Yahiro from Kaguya-sama Love is War. We got Kayoko Ishikawa from Sarazanma. And we got Takahiko Aberu from Vinland Saga.
Who won?
Satoshi Iwataka from Dororo, who was designed by Hiroyuki Asada.
Okay, this one's for best character design, and
Does that incorporate like the background? No, right? Just
No, I'm pretty sure it's just the character
the
design.
character. I
Yeah,
mean,
it says character design. I'm pretty sure it would be a different thing when they talk about like background designer.
Okay.
did this win? Hear me out. Just because this is a remake of an old anime,
I don't believe that.
you think so?
I don't think so.
All right.
Oh, the other nominees.
All right. I think. Yeah, I'll give it to Dororo. I mean, it was pretty good design.
Yeah. I mean, I think I had voted for Dr. Stone, but one of the things about Dr. Stone is while the guy designs seem to be very actually intact and fine, the females feel like they come from a much different series.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know what it is. Like when you look at it, it's always like you don't look like you belong here. I don't get, like it's just weird.
Wow.
Oh my god. I mean, the Vinland Saga one was really good too.
Yeah, that's an interesting one. I definitely want to look more into that one just because it looks like it doesn't carry the usual designs that you see.
Yeah.
I say, even though it's probably like they're just normal people, but it's like whatever. Anyways, so yeah, there's our winner for character design.
Next category.
Best director. We got Tetsuro Araki for Attack on Titan Season 3. Kiyotaka Suzuki for Babylon.
Shinjiro Watanabe, Motonobu Hori for Carol and Tuesday. Excuse me. We got Yuzuru Tachikawa for Mob Psycho 100 Season 2. Kunihiko Ikuhara for Saturday Zanma. And Shuhei Yabuta for Vinland Saga. Our winner was Tetsuro Araki for Attack on Titan Season 3.
Okay, I mean, I can see it. Season 3 did pick up a lot of steam.
I feel like one of the things we also
compared
have
to the old seasons.
I think one of the things we also gotta remember when we talk about the way that they are as a director, it's not about like whatever the most action-based scene was. It's about like all the decisions they had to make about putting things together. Yes. So it would be also about like if the story was paced well.
I doubt anyone really took that into consideration.
Of course, how many people actually look up behind the stuff?
Yeah, this looks like a very different way of writing best anime.
Yeah, this is since this is voted by fans, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, obviously they didn't.
Yeah, it's just best anime. That's what they're voting for. They're just with different nominees.
Surprisingly, no Demon Slayer though.
That's
why it wasn't even in there to begin with.
See, it'll come back. It'll all come back.
Demon Slayer is the secret nominee. It's technically there, but it's not there.
I mean, I guess for the weird way that this all works.
On to the next one.
We got best score.
So this is basically best OST, not actually opening and all that stuff.
You know, it's weird because I keep seeing about what's the difference between an OST and a score.
Yeah.
And I guess score applies for a lot of the more ambient stuff too.
Yeah, soundtrack is more like if there's an actual song in terms of like lyrical and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. Score is usually just it goes to the beat of the act or the move or
whatever the scene has.
Yeah, it's it can include ambiance or it can, like it also includes like the openings and
right.
So who won?
You didn't want me to list off the nominees?
Oh no.
Oh no, I'm sorry everyone. First nominee was Hiroyuki Sawano for Attack on Titan Season 3. We got Maki for Carol and Tuesday. We got Go Shina and Yuki Kajura for Demon Slayer. We got Tatsuya Kato and Hiroaki Susumi and Yuki Kanesaka for Dr. Stone. Yungo Kano for JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. And Kevin Hennick for The Rising of the Shield Hero.
JoJo won.
Carol and Tuesday won.
I mean,
it's fair for a musical.
It's pretty good.
Not only that, like the guy who did this is a very big music fan, so I also understand if you want to have this way to make sure they had a lot of things.
Yeah, especially when an anime is or anything in general is actually music, like is inspired a lot by music. They're obviously gonna do their work and actually study it. So I mean that's a good choice. So.
Yes. I feel like it was the only choice. If it didn't win, that would have been very sad.
It makes sense. Like
all that hard work.
A lot of the other ones, I do like some of the music that came from it, but I understand that even if I haven't watched it, like Carol and Tuesday, it's like it's a music-based one.
Yeah,
it's gonna be a little weird if it didn't win by default.
You know, having not seen it, it'd be funny if it ends up not being anything to do with music at all. It's like a very dramatic.
She has a
movie.
guitar on the poster. I'm pretty sure it has to deal with music.
No, she just bashes people.
What's
with
that
it.
other?
Oh.
Is that other music on the Your Lie in April? Like there was music, but that wasn't the focus of it, right?
Yeah, it wasn't necessally the main focus.
Yeah, see, there you go. It could be like that.
Or I mean, the music was used as a tool.
Look, man, I want to cry again. Let's move on.
Okay, here we go for best girl.
Best waifu?
Yeah, because it couldn't be best female protagonist. Now it's best girl. We got
That's
Carol.
right. 2020 girl power.
Girl power.
We got Carol from Carol and Tuesday. Chiko Fujiwara from Kaguya-sama Love is War.
She
we
won,
got Emma,
for sure.
The Promised Neverland. Kohaku, Dr. Stone.
No, she won.
Nezuko Kamado from Demon Slayer.
She won.
No, she definitely won.
Reptilia from The Rising of the Shield Hero.
She probably won.
Winner is.
It's her. I could tell you that right now. Raphaelia.
Reptilia.
That's
what?
right. That's right. I'm gonna do my little crip walk in here.
Oh my god.
Oh man.
Netsuko should have won.
Cause
Netsuko is Netsuko.
Look, man, I'm gonna hold firm to the belief that Demon Slayer should have won everything. That's it, period. Good anime. Mainstream. Even for the weebs out there, they still loved it.
Yep, that's true.
It's hard to argue when both sides of the coin come together.
Yep.
I feel like I get why that's a though.
Because
she wants Naofumi, even though it's kind of weird.
Yeah. She's
I was thinking something else,
girl.
but
is she 14 or something?
She's really young, right?
Yeah. I mean, when they meet, she's a
her
little girl, and then in the
it's okay. It's a weird thing
her
for
species ages faster, right?
No, here's the thing. So basically, from what I recall, the whole thing for her was that, like, you know, she was just there, but because of the fact that since she was part of a party, she gained experience, which in essence involved her, I guess. So she would look different eventually if she just got enough experience.
So she literally evolved, not an age thing.
If I'm recalling how the details of it went, yeah. That's what I remember.
Is it because she's like a mob or something?
She's not an actual
Because, like,
NPC?
do all the humans change when they level up?
I think humans are the ones that function normally, but it's like her race that works differently.
See, that's racist.
That's weird.
Oh, I just noticed that her, that's what I recall of it being, of just like she gained experience from fighting, and that leveled her up essentially.
That sounds like a weird way to get around the whole age gap thing.
I need to make up the series.
Doesn't matter. Japan's repressed. They gotta work some stuff out.
Oh man.
On to the next one.
Best boy.
Best boyu.
Bruno Bucciaracci from JoJo's Bizarre.
It's done. He won. It's over. On to the next category.
We got Yakikimaru from Dororo. We got Kanata Oshijima.
Who?
Astra, Lost in Space. Shigeo Mob Kageyama, Mob Psycho 100. Tanjiro Kamado, Demon Slayer.
Winner.
Naruto Machi, how heavy are the dumbbells you lift?
It'd be weird if Tanjiro wins when Nezuko did not win.
If we're speaking of purely best boy on pureness, Tanjiro should win. Because that boy wouldn't hurt a fly if he was friends with him. Even though he wasn't friends, he wouldn't hurt a fly. But
isn't Mob also the same though?
yes, but Mob has his other emotional state that you don't really
Also, he
know.
looks weird. Let's be honest.
No, Mob is a pure boy.
He looks weird.
Mob is a pure boy.
Which is sad because that's like the most true to form like Japanese character. Like he looks how I imagine they wanted him to look. It wasn't like a suspension of belief. Because look, I've been to Japan. All the boys have the same haircut. All the girls they have their own style, but all the boys they have the same bowl cut. They have to wear the same suit, and you're like, they look exactly the same. And it's not
really
even
racist, man.
That's really racist.
Look, that's the sad part that I have to say that. And you know what? He shouldn't have won. I'm gonna say it. Tanjiro should win. That's it.
Who did win?
Tanjiro.
Oh, there you go. See, through the racism and all, he wins.
Wow. Little salty Bruno didn't win.
Don't worry, a lot of people were salty that Bruno didn't win.
It's because JoJo's overhyped. That's it.
In a way, Bruno he should have won because he's cool. But
because he's best mom, right?
But yeah, pretty much. He should have had his own category, and he should have been the only
best parent.
Yeah.
I was expecting either him or Mob to win.
I mean, Mob, he should have been up there.
Yeah,
for sure.
Again, I really would like to have seen what the numbers were.
Yeah.
But Demon Slayer took this category, so what can you do now?
Mainstream. That's all. That it was mainstream. That's why he won.
On to the next one.
Actually, to be fair, Nezuko didn't win, so I guess it's not always true.
Best animation. We got Demon Slayer
again.
Why you say that after like what 5 other nominees?
Yes.
We Attack on Titan season 3, Mob Psycho 100 2, Sarazanma, Vinland Saga, and Fate Grand Order. Because I am not reading the rest of that title again.
Mob should win. What do you guys think?
That makes sense, yeah.
What about you?
I could see the winner, so I feel like it's gonna be a little biased when I say it. But who should have won? I don't know. I've only seen 2 of them. I can't in good conscience pick one. Look, I'm gonna say Mob. I don't know why I'm gonna say it, but I'm gonna say Mob.
Oh my god, people pleaser.
Look, I just got a feeling they won.
Are you sure?
Who won?
Mob Psycho.
What?
That's crazy.
Who would have guessed?
Not me, that's for sure.
Right? Makes sense, you know.
I mean, his fight scenes were pretty cool.
Yeah.
And it made it really good.
Actually, I was recalling like someone mentioned about like the fight against that one guy whose eyes are closed the majority of the time.
Yeah.
The way that like they were saying that it's like they did such an interesting way to sort of do the idea of him teleporting without it being the basic like look of teleporting.
Yeah.
And it's like, yeah, you don't see that many people do new ways of trying to show off teleportation.
Oh, okay. Cool.
And his whole thing was that you just see them moving. So it would be like if we're standing here, but if I grabbed you and then I took a step forward, then we're suddenly in your living room. It was just basically looked like they were just walking through things.
Oh.
Versus just actually like you see the scene change.
Okay.
It was an interesting style, so that's why. But yeah, I think it makes sense for Mob to take best animation.
That was big dog.
This is it. This is the one we're at.
The big boy.
Yeah. The one that
This
we'll
was a
see
life-changing moment
we'll see
in everyone's life.
we'll see you guys got your fries on you? You know, did you get them unsalted?
I have the most... Stop! I have the most
Fuck this microphone.
saltiest French fries ever. Who won? Well, actually, who are the nominees?
Yeah, hold up. Best nominees. Nominees were Demon Slayer,
Again?
Winner for sure.
Carolyn Tuesday,
Alright.
Mob Psycho 102,
Maybe. No.
Old Maidens in Your Savage Season,
Don't even know what that means.
Vinland Saga,
Yeah.
and The Promised Neverland.
Sounds kind of kinky when you think about it.
Which one?
The Promised Neverland. Just the title.
Drum roll, please.
Look,
Who won?
Demon Slayer.
Oh my god.
of course. Look,
And cue all of Twitter saying that.
I'm not a weeb. I haven't seen very much, so that's why I'm going with Demon Slayer.
Mob Psycho should have won. Just saying.
Bitch about it.
Nah.
That's
Everyone
what
else
the
is already
podcast
doing.
is for.
It's about venting opinions that
What
no
am I
one
supposed
cares
to?
for.
We're just supposed to say, "Oh yeah, they won. Good night."
Look, Demon Slayer was not. Oh, okay, it was good.
It was great.
Don't get me wrong.
It was great.
I love Tanjiro, I love Netsuko, and I love what's his face? Inosuke. They're great. The fight scenes were cool.
I'm not hearing anything bad.
This is the good
He's
about it,
giving it the credit where it's credit's due.
right? The pacing, I find it really, really weird. Because at one point, you get to know the characters, then he turns into a vampire. Oh, spoiler alert!
Man, I haven't seen it yet.
Netsuko turns into a vampire, and he goes to like try to cure him, and then he meets up with the pillars, and the pillars like then train him, and then he goes hunting vampires. It just feels so like, I don't know, man. It feels like there's no end goal at the end.
I don't know about anything that or everything you've just said. I have no idea how you got to that, because the pacing for me at least seems very justifiable in everything. So she turns into a vampire. There's already a spoiler, so you know that's not on me. That's on Skyking over here.
I said spoiler alert.
After you said it. So anyway, so she turns into a vampire. He goes looking for a cure. He finds the guy that trains him, and then you see. I mean, I guess it's a montage. Not very montage-esque, but it's a montage.
Yeah.
And then he goes to take the test to become a Demon Slayer, and then he becomes the lowest rank of Demon Slayer. And then he gets sent out on very basic missions. And then as a protagonist, he gets on the missions that turn out to be something bigger than they should be. So all the pacing is very on par with general anime rules. I don't see what the issue is here. I mean, and the end goal is always still to turn her back, but now he wants to also
Take down Michael Jackson.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hee hee.
Plus takes him down at the Promised Neverland.
Oh my god.
Hey.
I will remember that because I think that Amazon had a documentary about Michael Jackson.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but yeah, I think it was called Finding Neverland. So that's why I'm thinking about that. But anyways,
I think Finding Neverland's another movie.
it is. But I'm saying that I think it was also called Finding Neverland for the documentary.
I don't remember.
What about character development? I think Mob had way more character development than.
I don't think you have to. I know it's always something that you should have, but you don't have to have the best character development to have a great anime, you know? Or a show or movie or anything.
Okay.
All you have to do is get attached to the character. That's pretty much all you need, and that doesn't always have to be because of their background or their morals or the way they look. Or actually, it could be just the way they live. Some people just get attached because of that. Like Nezuko, you have no real reference to her at all, but people still love her. The only thing you know about her is that she's a vampire, and you see some flashbacks with her where she's taking care of her siblings and then she sacrifices herself for them.
Yeah.
But that's all you know about her. Unlike Tanjiro, where you get to know a little more about why he's doing what he's doing, and even then you don't know much about it, and people still get attached because of the reason that he's doing it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I mean, you make some valid points.
I think it's always going to come down to how somebody else was going to come to enjoy the show or not. Because, I mean, again, you're going to have people now who will deliberately not like Demon Slayer just because it's popular and they'll just be like, this is all trash. Without any, like, actual chance to check it out. But
hipsters.
Right?
Yeah.
It just makes me laugh just thinking about the way that people reacted for Demon Slayer winning. For me, it's interesting because I feel like this year was a little bit more spread out than some previous years. So I don't feel as, not upset, but I'm a little bit more accepting of this year's winners versus another year where it was like, because even like as a big My Hero fan, like the year My Hero won a lot of like awards, it was like, it almost took every category it was in but when it got to the Anime of the Year part, I was like, dang, they really went out of their way to make sure it didn't win that one.
Look, I don't like award shows in general, no matter what award.
I don't think anybody likes them anymore.
Yeah, that's true. They're very of the past. But, I mean, you get what you get. You can't complain. Yeah. Especially if it's fan voted.
Yeah, that's one of the big things. It's just like,
remember, you are the problem.
Practically, that's... Okay, just slightly say this. Anyone who's getting mad at this award for winning, wow, an award based on popular vote, everything that won was on popularity, who would have guessed? Because everyone's trying to play as if though they're going to have a big brain moment and be like, it's not going to win, this is going to win. It's like, no, there's a reason why this is probably going to win, because it's popular. Demon Slayer was probably going to take a lot of categories alone. Some of it didn't take, and that was interesting to see. But overall, from when it came to Anime of the Year, when it won, it's like, why are you all acting surprised as if though that was going to not be the case?
That's right. Go on. Tell them.
Tell them how it is.
Speak your truth.
But yeah.
That's...
Oh, you said it? Okay.
Yeah, that was all... I mean, I don't know what else to say. It's just, if you're upset, then it's like, okay, I don't know what you want people to do now.
Make a video and talk about it.
Fan vote means pop. Like, what's more popular?
Yeah.
That's literally all it means.
If there were two separate categories, that'd be interesting to see a judge's choice and a voter's choice.
No one's gonna like the outcome of anything.
Of course.
Whether it's fan voted or if it's judges that vote on it, everyone's gonna say, well, both opinions are dumb.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah, so
award shows don't matter.
Yeah, so award shows always suddenly create
matter.
Everyone who's like, suddenly makes everyone turn into a hipster. That's the only thing I understand. Because everyone then wants to be like, oh, well, you know, I didn't think it was actually this great or whatever, whatnot. So regardless of the fact.
What? Dragon Ball Z? Shit.
Trash.
Garbage.
Pacing?
Naruto?
Trash.
Garbage.
Whoa,
One Piece?
Calm down there.
Garbage.
Oh, that is trash.
Now, Fairy Tail, that's where it's at.
That's even bigger trash. That's a dump.
Look, man. Can we all just
agree
that Golden Boy is the best anime?
Can we all just
I haven't
agree?
seen it yet.
What?
Can we all just agree that Gundam has the best pacing, best action, best romance, best drama, best anime in existence? Period.
Look, can we all just agree? No? Okay.
Can we agree that mechs suck?
Whoa there, sir. I'm gonna fight you on
That's what
this.
I'm saying.
The only thing I understand is the one thing everybody will agree on is
we're not weebs and we never will accept that we're weebs.
I've been saying it from the beginning. I shouldn't be on this podcast. I ain't no weeb, bro. That's it.
I might watch anime.
I've been to Japan twice, but that don't mean shit.
I might not know Japanese. I might watch anime in Japanese. I might listen to Japanese music.
You own
but I ain't a weeb. And I might own a katana, but I'm not a weeb.
Aren't you wearing a yukata right now?
They don't need to know that.
I can't, Sama.
And anyways, unless you guys have anything else to say, I think we pretty much said everything.
Yeah. Just all in all, everyone, if you're upset at the awards, what can you do? Get over it, I guess.
And
anime is garbage.
If you're upset what we're saying, deal with it. It's our opinion. And yeah, that's pretty much it.
I want to hear your opinion. Put it in the comments.
Just
shit all over our
You think we're wrong?
Do it.
Tell us in the comments.
Do it.
We'll fight you back.
I definitely won't respond.
They know that we're wrong in their eyes.
We'll prove you that we're right.
I'm going to read every comment and not respond because it doesn't matter.
So I guess without further ado, time to wrap this up.
Well, anyways, thanks for watching. This is our opinion on the 2020...
No, these are facts. There's no such thing as opinions.
The 2019 Crunchyroll Anime...
me, sir. It's the 2020
Stop saying
awards.
country roads.
Crunchyroll, take me home.
This is so horrible.
Oh my god.
This audio just went to hell at the end.
It's great.
Maybe we should redo the outro.
No,
Nah,
we're done.
I actually like this.
This is so bad. Anyways, so without further ado,
peace out. Skyking here.
Say my name.
I'm not saying your name.
Say my name.
No.
Son. It's poison pie.
and,
Remember it, or you're grounded.
And General Goma from Midnight Center.
Anyways,
that's it.
I hope you all enjoyed this audio podcast. See ya.